What it do? The favorite people out there in the universe, man. You already know it's your boy from the RKBB, man. Ultimate Catch Dogs. Your boy Samaje, man. So today, this live is brought to you by the good brother Fetty G, man, from the SSK Kennels, man. Get over there, show y'all support, man. Support the good brother channel, man. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, man. He also has his link in his videos, man, for y'all to get over there and get his merch. So make sure y'all get over there and get his ebook, all that, man. That's a good brother over there. So today, go ahead, go ahead and formally introduce yourself, good brother. Let the people know who you are, where you originate from, what breed of dogs that you are running in your program, and you already know we're gonna go from there, family.
Okay, okay. Hey, how y'all doing? It's Jonte Brown, Beers and Bullets, um, Bruton, Alabama. That's where I'm at. I got American Bullets, as you can probably hear in the background. I'm down here at the kennel. But yeah, I got American Bully. I do English Bulldogs. See my boy up there.
Yeah,
Um,
you definitely got that got it stepped behind you, man.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We try to make it happen. So yeah. I got English Bulldogs, American Bullies. I got a Belgian Malinois, but she's just a yard dog. But I've had them all from um, black and tan coon hounds, blue ticks, bird dogs. I've had them all. So yeah.
So, what age did you decide to get into dogs, or what made you want to get into dogs, family?
Man, honestly, I wish I had the picture, but I used to. As soon as I hit, man, to be honest, all my life for real. My auntie and my uncle, they had dogs. My auntie was big into dogs. We from back old school pit bulls. Just her and my uncle got in trouble about um having a dog. Grandma was like, "Hey, y'all can have a dog," so it's just been in me since then. Um, but yeah, my first art show picture, I used to draw a lot. My first art show picture was a Staffordshire,
Okay, Brandon
and I
Staffordshire
mean,
Terrier.
yeah.
Okay.
And man, I used to go to the library and pull books out and just draw the dogs from the books, and boxes and all that junk. So yeah, it's just been there.
Man, that's what's up right there, man. So when you growing up with the dogs and stuff like that as a kid, what type of stuff were you guys into with the dogs? Were you guys into hunting, homestead?
Well, mainly we had a lot of hunt dogs. I'm Alabama. We still able to kind of run dogs in our area, so we run dogs. Trend. Well, we call them deer dogs, but they be a mix between like a Trend Walker and blue black and tans, blue ticks, beagles. I mean, it's usually like a mix of whatever. Man, everybody at the hunting camp gonna talk that jump. Man, I got the best dog in. So they
Pretty
take the
much like
best and they say,
what they call them, cur dogs nowadays when they use
oh
them on the
yeah,
wild boar.
yeah. I mean, I guess we call them like a jip dog. I mean,
Okay.
they call them jip like they call them some if they're born in July, I got a July deal. If it's a yellow looking dog like a lemon colored deer dog, they might call it man. I got a yellow jip. Old jip dog. That's just what they call it. A lot of old school people. So yeah, I mean I've had them all. My great aunt and uncle they had Rotties, and I know everybody got that story. Roddy and Childs. I've had Childs.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
oh yeah, oh
That's
yeah. So
that's a lot of dogs they have around, man.
man, it's been dogs. It's been a life of dogs, and
Yeah,
man,
I feel you.
it's oh yeah,
I didn't have my fair share. You feel me? My dad's the one who actually got me into the dogs. And we were dealing with the American Pit Bull Terriers back in the day, late
yeah,
'90s
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. I was born in 1997, so growing up as a kid, stuff like that, watching those dogs, seeing their prey drive and stuff like that. And then once I started getting into the American Staffordshire Terriers, like the big blues and stuff like that, it was just
Yeah.
a totally different ball game. But give these people a shout out in the chat real quick. Big Bro in
Okay.
the chat, Big Bro TV. We got Mean Cut Bullies, Kennel Dynasty in the house. We got Asiatic Soldier in the house. We got Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels in the house. We got White Weight Kennels in the house. Salute to all the good people out there. Make sure y'all share this out. Make sure y'all hit that like button when you come in too, family. Um, so next question that I'm gonna bring to you, man. When did you decide to move forward and get into the bullies and the bulldogs and stuff like that?
Okay.
Like when did you first come across it?
Man, right when they really started coming on the scene, like Edge was a whole prominent line. A lot of people don't know, like you out there, you in the West Coast. So West Coast,
I'm running
you
some
got, got
in my yard right now.
you got that, and you got mainly you going from over that way. You gonna hear a lot of Gotti stuff. Gotti was over there. You got New Trojan them. They kind of started it off with you had what's his name? God dog it. Monster G. They had all that.
Yeah,
They had all that stuff. Monster G. You had Gotti. You had stuff like that over that way. Um, and we'd hear about it. We'd hear about a Gotti dog or something like that. But mainly everything over here was Edge blood.
right.
Um, and that's just because like they were taking the Edge blood and oh man, this that new game dog. But they really wasn't because I mean they were hot back then. So I mean, I started learning about them really when they first come out. I mean, I know everybody remember like when Lil Bow Wow he had the dog on the front cover, him and JD on his album and stuff like that. So I mean, it go back a while ago for me. I mean, when it come in, it come in, and I also dabbled a little bit with the game style stuff, just breeding stock and stuff like that. Just seeing what was. So they would come in and bring an edge dog in because the edge dog, where your game dogs was running 55 or so pounds on the high end, game dogs was jumping up 75, 80. So they were trying to put that bone on because where they saw it is bone, head. Who got the biggest head? That was the big thing back then. Big head dog.
Yep. When I
Um,
had the biggest dog.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So and then I mean it was all about the dynamics of what you get with a bigger dog. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah, yeah.
trust me, I remember them days. I was a youngin', but I was around. So
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
like even with the Ranger Edge dogs, a lot of the Ranger Edge dogs will clean your yard up. So that's where it's good to bring that blood in. Um, with the Gotti line dogs, I mainly noticed them dogs around like when you seen the big blue dogs. That's when
Yeah.
people was running the blues, the whole yard of blues. You feel me? Um, that was mainly when I noticed the Gotti line dogs, and then as far as like noticing like the Monster G stuff, I didn't really hear about that until I got older and started recognizing certain dogs for who they were and stuff like that. You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so with that right there, family. Hold on. My family, my co-host is in the house. Hold on, I'm about to send it right now, family. I'm gonna send him this link real quick, family.
Yeah,
My
yeah, yeah. No
apologies.
problem.
But go ahead,
You
go
good.
ahead, go ahead and let him something in between there. Just let him know the development, you moving up before you even started your own yard.
Well, I mean it was back and forth. I had actually got out. Um I got out of dogs for a little while. Traveling and doing different stuff, working. I had hunting dogs. That's really what I got back into was hunting. And yeah, I jumped back into it because actually me getting back into it, my cousin hit me up and he was like, "Man, I think we can do some things because it's been me and him all the time. Like he had a Remy line female and we was playing with that and we had some old what they call red nose. We had some
Oh,
red
family red
nose.
noses.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, I mean we've had that, and we were dibbling with that and playing with that, and I got a dog, man. If I had this dog today, it would be a game changer. I had a dog. He was brown. He was a fawn dog with a black mask, and you don't see that. You don't see that no more, and you don't see that black mask on the dog no more. Everybody,
Nah,
everybody, everybody pushing towards the color and stuff like that. But he was fawn with a black mask. His name was Capone, and when I tell you, this dog could go from 35, 40 pounds to 85 real quick. And back then I was co-op feeding. I wasn't making my own raw dog food, and man, he was feeding I was feeding the dog dog food called River Run. I mean that's straight up co-op brand, and I mean he would just had a head, calm demeanor, structurally just beautiful, a beautiful dog. And I end up having to put him down, man. It broke me. It broke me down for real, for real. But yeah, he was definitely one of them dogs that would have changed the game right now for me. Um, and that's where I breed and where I'm at. Like everything I do is for me. Um,
shout out to the
I
good
might.
brother. Shout out to the good brother Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Killers, man. I think it was a signal. That's why you fell out. But when you come back in, family, I'll formally introduce y'all right now. Um, but mainly when I noticed dogs like that, I think I was probably about 15 or so. I was probably about
Yeah.
15 or so. I noticed dogs like that. And then you start noticing them coming out with the blue mask. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, like I said, that's when try dogs kind of jumped in late 2000. You started seeing a lot of the try come in, and then that was the whole controversy of where the try come in at, where is this try color. So yeah, I mean at the
They're
end of the
trying
day,
to
you
say they're trying to
go
say
ahead.
people using rock roller and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean 10 points come from 10 points. Now I mean it's we all know what that is. It's sauce and it's juice, and it's fair that's sprinkled there. Well, I mean, but it is what it is. We've gotten so far along that at this point we don't need a lot. We don't need the fair. We just need to consistently breed a consistent look, and
Right.
that's what we going. That's where it's gonna change the game for a lot of every just across the board because we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to consistently breed a consistent look,
Right.
and there's a lot of kennels out there doing it right now. But yeah, that's. But as far as what you asked me, as far as my when did I start really jumping back into it, I left and I came back, and this was 2016, and I dabbled a little bit, just experimented, trying to see where some of the older blood was kind of doing with the newer blood, and looking at some of the pedigrees and seeing how people decided on what they decided on. Because I mean, it is
So what would you say was the best crosses back then?
depending on what you were looking for. Back then, I mean, back then when like early 2000s
I'm saying, I'm
or
saying, I'm saying, based upon what you was dipping and dabbling in. Like, are
I'm,
you still using some of that in your yard now to this day?
well, yeah, no. When I come in, I wanted to see where. First of all, I wanted to test the formula. I
Right.
wanted to test the formula that it was Stafford blood took to pit bull stuff, and so I played with that, like behind the scenes, made puppies. Knew I couldn't. I just gave them out. There was a blue dog I produced, um, Ivy. My sister ended up getting her, and I mean the theory almost worked. Um, I was over in California and I picked up a people don't probably know this, but I picked up a toad line dog bred to his mama was a UKC registered pit bull terrier, but her paperwork was UKC. So basically, she was could be bully, could be actually pit bull. So
Okay.
I took that and then I bred it to some blood that we had over here that goes back to Kanye West. It was some Zulu blood, Zulu blooded female, Mia. I took her to that and played with that, and that dog, those dogs actually turned out very, very good. Like they were almost what you really kind of see. So it just really depended on what you really wanted to do. Like that's the big thing. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Um,
What was your vision?
I've all yeah. I've always been an edge man. Like I'm a always be in my mind. If I can create a Capone again, I'd be completely happy. Like
This is
Capone
the
was
good
one of
brother.
those. Go
This
ahead.
is the good brother Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels. This is Beard Bulls right here, man. Man, go ahead and formally introduce each other, man.
Peace, peace, God. Hey, man. Blessing to be on here with the great brothers. Salute to
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother
Yes,
Beer
sir.
Bulls.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, Soul Power, thank y'all for having me.
You already
Yes,
know,
sir. Yes,
family.
sir. Hey, man. Let me go ahead and wellness salute you. I checked out a few of your hounds, man. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, man.
Thank
Wellness
you,
salute.
thank you.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
hey,
put that
brother,
link into
brother
your
Rose. You mind if I ask a few questions?
man. Come on, man. You already know. Stop playing, man. You my co-host.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm late to the building, man. I don't know if you asked, but where you from, brother?
I'm from Alabama, baby.
Oh man, my kinfolk with a skin folk. Yes, sir. Let the sun blaze on you. No, I'm talking about my fellow cotton picking brother already. Yes, sir. I'm
Oh,
in
we
your
got the
next
good
state. I'm
brother
over
in the
here.
house. We got the good brother in
Yes,
the house, man. This is
yes,
who
sir.
brought this
Soldier
live.
Squad,
This who brought this
SSK.
live. This who made this live happen, man. This is who made this live happen, man. Y'all get over there, show y'all support, man. Get over there and get that merch,
Already,
baby.
already.
Go get that merch, baby. You feel me?
Wellness salute. My fellow Georgia brother SSK. Already, already.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir. Yes,
oh
sir.
yeah.
But go ahead. Go ahead. Eat
Hey
some.
man. Yes, sir, man. So at what age did you get into these bulls, man? I don't know if the brother asked you this, but I'm trying to lock in and get a little bit out. I'm a little late.
Yeah. I mean, as far as American Bully, I've been with them since they come over here. Like that's about it. Um, yeah. So basically, 1999, 2000, Y2K when it was going down. Like I mean, that's when they
Okay.
kind of come. That's when they kind of come over this way and in
Okay.
my area, So that was a select few people that had a couple dogs that went off and brought some in, and um, a lot of our stuff was Rocky has a hard head. So because he was that, I mean that was Atlanta. That's up there. That was Big Boy was shouting him out. I mean that was when they were hot. So it's all there.
Already. Let me ask you this. During that time, uh, was people calling them pit bulls or what was the expression? Because I'm from Cali and I remember the inception of, you know what I'm saying, the thicker breed, what we called them pits back then, but they wasn't calling them pit bulls or game dogs. They'd just be like, oh, we got big ass pits. Excuse the vernacular, brother
No, you
Rose.
good. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I mean, for real, like I mean, it just really went off of whatever blood they were. Like, I mean, if you had an edge dog, it wasn't a pit bull. It was, hey, look, this edge blood, this an edge dog. I take that back. They would throw the edge and like he was talking about the blue dogs. We they call them blue pits. They call them blue pits. Like basically they went off of skin color. They were blue pits back then. Um, And if it wasn't blue and it wasn't a game dog, it was, hey, look, this Edge blood or this a Remy dog or something like that. Like that's where because I mean, Edge and Remy was hitting hard back then.
Yeah,
So
you
when
ain't
did
lying.
they?
You ain't lying.
So when did they actually start saying this is a Remy dog? Because you know Remy is still a razor edge dog.
Yeah. Well, you know, Fabian owner. I mean, Remy's owner, Fabe. He kind of separated out when he pulled out and he started coming up with the Remy line and he started pushing Remy really really hard and breeding him. I mean, it was basically
At a point in time, he was trying to create his own registry, right?
yeah. It was Remy Line Kennel Club, RKC,
Yeah, I remember
Remy
they
Line
they was
Kennel
having
Club.
shows. They was having
Yeah,
shows.
yeah. And I mean, they were doing their thing. I mean, I was
Yeah,
still
there was
hey
a threat.
country.
There was a threat.
Oh yeah, I was still country and broke, so I wasn't doing no shows then, little kid. I was just trying to get it.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. Remember the Atomic Dog magazines?
Oh yeah,
Those are
man.
magazines.
I'm gonna tell you how it was when those magazines jumped out. I would go to the library at school and print out the magazines, print out certain dogs and stuff like that. Like that's how I was keeping up with what was going on. I couldn't afford to go and buy a magazine like that. So I would
I
I
was
would go
getting
to the
mine. I was getting mine from my close homeboy that was into the dogs. He wanted to take me to the shows and stuff like that. And he'd throw me a couple magazines, man. I was like 15 at the time. I go home, get the looking at these magazines, looking at these dogs. Man, I was just like amazed how the dogs like. I remember the first time I seen a Gotti line dog, Dax dog. When I seen
oh
the
yeah.
neck and the bone, that was just a different phenotype of a female, like a she-male. You feel me?
Hmm. Yeah.
Because when you looked at a Razor
Hey,
Edge
Rose,
female,
your volume is in and out, family.
my volume in and out. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, it's a little low.
Is it better now?
Woo! That boy got that cigarette in his mouth like he fixing the carburetor.
That nigga stupid.
Old school mechanic head ass.
That's my boy Soul. That's my boy Soul right there. That's so. How's the volume though? The volume better, y'all?
Yes, sir. You loud and clear, family.
Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So moving from there, when did you start hitting the show ring and start getting into the show aspect of the dogs?
Um, 2000 and I'm gonna tell you when I got back into it. When I got back into it, I would actually just go to shows to see what dogs was out there. Like I'd walk around, didn't know nobody, wasn't I would just go network, get cards, look at dogs, take notes. Um, man, I got an old iPhone with videos that I would just sit on at the side of the ring and just record certain dogs and see how certain dogs come together and for real. But when uh, I stepped in the ring about 5 years ago. Yeah, about 5 years ago, I stepped in the ring. Um,
What made you make that decision? Did you have the right dog, or when did you feel like you had the right
no,
dog to put in the ring?
no, no. I ain't had nothing for the ring. But I'd rather go into the situation knowing like, and this is. I'm glad you touched on this because this is actually on my thing on right now. Like it's show life. I mean, that's what I do. I jump in the car, go spend a bunch of money to get a bunch of get ribbons that probably don't have no value to anybody else but the people at the dog show. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, like I didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing ready for the ring that should have been in the ring. That uh, I think the I think the first dog. Trying to think who was the first dog I stepped in the ring with. It was a female that I bought from a girl um down in South Florida. That's the first. No, no, no.
I
Trying
was
to
gonna
think.
say, let's touch on that. Let's touch on how important the females is to our program.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was trying to think of the dog. But anyway, I think the first dog. I'm gonna get to that question. But the first dog I stepped in the ring with wasn't even my dog. I don't think. I think I was helping somebody. Uh, Guy was kind of mentoring me and helping me out. So he handed me the lead, and I jumped in the ring. But that's one thing I want to step on. I mean, speak on is just get out there, come out there, find somebody you can ride with. Like you were saying, you had somebody down the street that was shooting you magazines and taking you to shows and stuff like that. Like get out there, see the dogs. It don't matter if it ain't a bully, if it's something else. Just hit a show, sit back. They got magazines. People got cars. You can network, all that. Um, so yeah, just jump in it, go for it. And I mean, like I said, I put videos up of what we do at shows and hanging out, having fun. I try to get interviews and all. Um, but as far as females, females are what make your program. Um, and
Let's tap into it. Phenotype and genotype.
well, see, I don't breed like I don't breed like normal dog people breed because there's a lot more research and breedings done in other animals outside of dogs, horses, goats, cattle. Um, all of that is a selective breeding program to the utmost highest. They got veterinarians and scientists in there making embryos in the lab and all kind of junk. So if at any point I can tell you to study anything, to find a program in some other dog, some other animal, and figure out how they looked at breeding on that. But as far as genotype and phenotype, for one, your genes are gonna carry what you need all the time. You cannot, if you pick something up in the breeding and it ain't shown up, then you probably just didn't go far back enough. Because at any point in time, you can pull anything from a gene pool that's there. That's the big thing about a gene pool, that you can. It's easy to add to the pot when you mixing up and you in the lab and you in the kitchen and you. It's easy to add to it. I can put a pinch of salt there, but it's hard for me to take a pinch of salt back. Now I might have to water it down and boil it over again and jump like that to kind of concentrate it back to where I want to do it. But you still gotta. So it's easy to add a little bit here and there than it is just to, man, that mother needs some salt. And you now your blood pressure high. So you muted.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, my audio was like, hold on, what's going on?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah, you're right about that, bro. Like you have to formulate a recipe that you have to pretty much build based off that and live up to that standard.
Oh yeah.
So
And also like with Pheno, like I hate to say it, this ain't Cinderella, this ain't Prince Charming. Like I mean, you can ask a prince to kiss a frog, but probably is gonna produce some frogs. Like
for sure, that's why you shouldn't take it to the frog.
hey, so I mean that's what you get. Like you gotta be careful because a lot of people right now want to jump out and bring you to the hottest dog, the hottest thing going. But it's like, what made that hot thing? Like
Right.
you, for one, you're looking at billions and billions of different genes that produced that that look, and what you trying to do in your mind. I don't think people realize like it's hard to twin again. Like I hate to say it, even as consistent as bulldogs are, and as long as they've been around, even as consistent as German shepherds and labs. I mean, well, labs and golden retrievers and like that. They big produced dogs, like they produced all the time. Even though, even as long as they've done it, one dog doesn't look exactly like the other dog. So
I feel like
for
that
me,
with Brindles. I feel like that with Brindles as well. I feel
yeah,
like it's kind of like the Merle gene. You will never produce a brindle that's going to have the same patterns as the one before. They're not going to have the same exact pattern.
fingerprints,
Right? It's like a fingerprint.
fingerprint.
Yeah. And that's one thing with my line. That's what I'm known for, producing brindles and sables, like
Yeah,
fawns and stuff like that. But when I produce my brindles, I'm producing like one thing I can say. You see my brindles, you will never see one like that ever again.
yeah,
That is, it's like that. It's very unique. You feel me? So I stay kind of true to that when I'm running my line. You feel me? I'm making sure
yeah,
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I got a lot of brindle behind my dogs, but I make sure I'm either doing a fawn to a brindle or I'm doing trying to switch it up. You feel me? Instead of taking brindle to brindle like I was, because that's
yeah,
what I was known for. I was doubling up and taking brindles to brindle. I do a reverse two reversible brindles together, or I do a brindle to a reversible brindle or something like that. That's what I was doing, and that's how I got the colors to mix and match like that. So when I start producing them, my line was just known for throwing that out every litter.
yeah.
It wasn't you wouldn't get anything else but brindles or fawns.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah. And that's loading up on prepotents. Like there's certain lines that's prepotent to produce a certain thing. Like I heard a breeder say that she was a breeder vet, and it was prepotence. I mean, you load up on so much that it brings in prepotent, like a line that's gonna have straight fronts. Well, if throughout that line they got straight fronts, then they already loaded up to have straight fronts. So if that's a line you go to when you like, okay, I'm focusing on the front area of my dog or the front area of what I'm trying to put out, then you're gonna go to a line that's carrying that front. And you gotta look and see like what he looked like, what his brother looked like, what his sister looked like, what his mom and dad and grandma looked like. So yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You correct on that, brother. You definitely correct on that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So anything that if we missing out on, fam, go ahead and just add it in there. Um, so we pretty much went over the genotype and phenotype. Um, what is the constitution to your yard right now, present day?
As in what? What do you?
Like, so pretty much like, what are you looking for as far as traits in your dogs and stuff like that?
I'm a I'm a classic breeder, but like I told you, the dog in my head, it's about 3 or 4 dogs in my head that I lock into, and I fell in love with as far as look. Um, so for me, it's structure. For me is number one. Structure, making sure they can do what they need to do. Um, I I like where the registry ABKC, which I got a banner of them up. I support everybody that I can support because this is our breed. We are the founding people of this breed, so we must be good stewards to it because this is this is our history as people. You're writing a history when you breed a dog, and I feel that way. But for me, I'm breeding on the older stuff. Like I like the old stuff. I like the structured stuff. I like the stuff with a little bit of drive. I like the stuff that I can bring in the house and they sit there and they cool. But if you walk in, they're gonna check you like, hey, what you doing? But oh, okay, you good? Nah, I'm good. Give me something to eat. Like that's where I'm at. Structure wise, I got a certain look that I want. My boy Chief, which y'all probably can't see. Let's see. He's uh he's up there.
Yeah, yeah, I put you on the solo so you can be able to show it better. They should be able
I
to see it
got
really
you.
good.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
up there. He's an all edge dog, and structurally, I love him. Um, I do know that he's a little smaller. Even being smaller as he is, um, he still get looks. He still get looks from the judges. Went to a show in Atlanta. No, not Atlanta. Atlanta. Columbus. Columbus. And it was a ring full of like 17, 18 dogs. And he's a clean dog, uh, beautiful head, beautiful movement, and he works for me. Um, he don't like me to have nobody else's lead. He jealous, but he's cool about it. Um, I didn't produce him. Shout out to Rolling Stones in Georgia. Uh, uh, my boy Joel Winter over there, he produced him, and uh, he knew what because I was there. I was that little snotty nosed kid because when I seen his uncle, he got an uncle named Bleak. Um, if that's that, he's a complete just monster of a dog. Um, but yeah, I when I seen Bleak, I told Joel like, hey, bro, you got me hooked. Like I need you to put something on the ground. So Bleak is his uncle. They got the same mama. Which actually she out there in the kennel. Shh, don't tell nobody. But so yeah. But yeah,
Don't tell
that's
nobody. Shh, that's on hush.
yeah, shh, don't tell nobody. But but yeah. So like I love him with a little bit more bone. His daddy, oh my God. His daddy is Rye, drunk on moonshine Rye. Owner handler Devin ABKC judge Devin Ferrero owns Rye. He was produced by Ariel. But shh, I ain't gonna tell y'all nothing else. He he he's a man of a dog, like just crazy man of a dog, like 90-pound dog that moves like a Cadillac floating on air. I don't know if any of y'all ever had an old school box Chevy, Monte Carlo, when you get it up to about 55, it float. He float. He float. And it's crazy. Um, just crazy. And he moves like his dad. But that's one thing I want to do is keep his structure, keep his look, add a little bit to it. But other than that, I mean, I'm good. I'm good with him. If I have a kennel full of him, I'm good. Um, and I mean, I there's certain dogs that I look at and be like, yeah, they nice. I'm biased. My boy Chief, he my dude. Chief don't run. And the only time we run is I gotta say it for him. But yeah, Chief don't run. And it took me a while to actually put him out there because he is a smaller built dog. But I got a little push from people in my community around here. My cousin, um, Bullet Pride over in town or whatever they do XLs. Shout out to them. Shout out to my cousin, hyped up Bullies. But yeah, they pushed me to pull him out there, and I just slid out. First show we went to was an ICBR show, and me and him we showed up. Ain't nobody seen me in a while. I got over there in the corner, me and him, and man, we doggone near swept the show. I mean, did he get a best? Yeah, he won. He won best in show, beating some pretty big name, big dogs.
And that
And
was his first show.
that was his first. No. That was his second show. Second show. First show we went to was the ABKC show in Pensacola, and we played around a little bit then. Still kind of the same thing. Just put him over there in the corner, and we were good. But his first ICBR show, he won. If I'm not mistaken, that ribbon right there is the. Yeah, I think that's the first. That's the first. So yeah, he basically walked away in that one show. He only need like 40 or so points to be a champion.
That's big right there, bro. That's big. Salute.
Oh yeah, and but like I said, that's where I'm at. His front, I feel like I could if I could straighten his fronts just a little bit more, add a little bit more mass to him. I'm happy.
So you wanna break that down for the people, man, so they could actually learn how to gain points to get their dogs championed out.
As far as the show,
Yeah, break it down for them, bro.
okay. Okay. So basically, um, they do have a 69 class for puppies. The biggest thing about that is most registries, as far as the American Bully Registry, 69 puppy, you're going to be competing in the standard class. Um, so it's going to be really hard for you to pull out. Now it's great experience. It's great experience to get out there, get you and your puppy out there. Know that you're gonna be out there with bigger dogs that you might not be looked at. That if you look crazy, it don't matter because at the end of the day, you ain't got no skin in the game. Only thing you there, you paid your money to get in the ring and do your thing. So it is great. I I can't tell you how many times I've spent $20 just to be able to get out there, just to be able to because most of the judges know if you're green or not. So they'll be like, "Hey, you're moving them too fast," or slow them down, or "Hey, look, that gate wasn't good. Send it back down, bring it back to me." So like, it's not this big scary monster where everybody's gonna sit there and pick you apart and stuff like that. Now, when you get in the big leagues, now I mean, I hate to say it, when you up there with them handlers and they paying to play. Like you just gonna either have to have tough skin or not. And man, I do AKC a little bit here and there, and I'm be honest with you, I get out there, my knee be shaking, hey, be buckling and all like a newborn horse.
So so how many sanction shows have you actually went to?
As far as just showing show, like
Like nationals and stuff like that.
um, now nationals just is the big show. Now any show that you going to get points, ICBR, BRC, ABKC, AKC, um, all of those are actual sanctioned shows. If there's a judge there and they keep a record, that's a sanctioned show, and it's not a fun show. But I mean, it I couldn't tell you in the last 5 years. I mean, I probably hit.
I
I
know you
couldn't
don't.
honestly.
I know. I know you don't lost track by now.
Yeah. I can't honestly tell you because before, like, I wasn't bringing no dogs out, man. I actually started when I started doing my dog food. I got hooked up with Origins, so I'm an Origins affiliate. Um,
Okay. So
the
you
5-in-1.
sponsor. You're sponsored right now by Origins
Well. It's not a sponsorship thing. It's a I use the
partnership.
product. Yeah, it's basically like that, and they get certain perks. Like we used to go to shows and and set up a table and be basically a rep for the dog shows in that aspect. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, it was a great opportunity, and like I said, I used to do that. Leather collars, leads, snake chains. I was the neighborhood. I'm basically pushing. Man, hey, look, I'm here, set up. I got a couple dogs I brought with me just to get them out, just to get out there. Like I said, I just spent $20 just to get in the ring and be knowing I ain't coming home with nothing. Just out and
Just do it.
about. Oh yeah, it will
Hell
be
yeah,
me and
that's what it's about, man. Having fun.
oh yeah, and I mean we make a trip out of it, man. It's I hate to say it, like life has gotten so fast paced for everybody. Like it was great to it was great to and it still is. It's great to jump in the van, load up, go there a day early, go out to eat. I mean, go bowl, go watch a movie, come back to the hotel, wake up in the morning, get ready, hang with folks after the show. Hey, look, where y'all going? Well, we going over here like that. I mean, that's you spit. I mean, because shows have been moving kind of fast lately, but man, we used to be in the show to 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I mean, you stuck there with family. I mean, I can't tell you. Now it been sometimes now we didn't drove home and don't know, but it was by the grace of God we made it back because we bought everybody sleeping. So we
Hell yeah. Yeah, I still got my days too where I actually get involved into the show ring. But I have been out to some meet and greets. Um Other than that, I'm actually looking forward to the shows that we're gonna have out here in Bakersfield. We got a couple
yeah
shows coming up pretty soon. Uh, I need to actually travel out though. I need to start going to hit some of these shows out of town though. So that's just gonna be my next thing that I try to do. You feel me? Within my part, me trying to get out there, get some footage for the people and stuff like that. Actually get involved and see what's going on out there because I still haven't done it yet. So
yeah
that's
man.
yeah.
Oh yeah. What's I know this your interview, but I want to ask you a question. What's
Go ahead, brother.
what you feel? What do you feel like is the biggest concern for people that don't come out?
Honestly, if I was to come out, I would want to bring my dog. But that's why I'm working with my dog, socializing them and stuff like that, taking them out to the suburbs, taking them to different parks and stuff like that, where people are out there with their dogs, so my dogs could get used to being around other dogs, being socialized. Because I
Yeah,
don't want to take my dog and then let's just say somebody, you know how people are at these shows, they want to come up and they want their dog to greet your dog and stuff like that. Sometimes I feel like my dog might not want to greet another dog, so I feel like I don't want it to be an incident, and then I know it's my fault because I know this is how my dog is going to react. So
yeah,
I, I want to make sure I'm bringing a stable dog into that environment. You feel me? That I know that
yeah.
I'm not going to have any problems out of.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and that's a great point. Great point because it even as much as it is it's a beautiful environment, but it's all people also come with a chip on their shoulder like, hey, I'm coming here. I'm walking away with this. I want that, or
Right,
I want this, or I want that. You know what I'm saying? Like they
right.
coming
They
with
they
that
feel
chip.
they feel entitled to it.
Well, no. It's about like a football game. Like
Right.
even though
It's
you might have played
competition.
with, yeah, it's competition all day. But even like when you get out the ring, I might be over here at your table talking junk.
Right.
So I mean, it's a dog show etiquette. The biggest thing I can tell anybody is come out, see what you want to see what the world is.
Right.
Um, I'm glad you do feel like you don't want your dog to cause that issue because what I was going to say is people have a lot of investment in these dogs.
Right.
Like they
So
are
the
our
main part,
pets.
main part is being
Go
responsible.
yeah. They are our pets. They are family dogs. They do get treated like kids, and some of them are extra spoiled and this, that, and the
Right.
third. But they also are investments, and I mean, it's we want to see people at the shows. We want to see here wall to wall. We want to be able to, hey, look, man, I need y'all to kind of scoot over here because we can't get through. Like we want that.
Right.
I mean, in every registry, ICBR,
Yes,
BRC,
sir.
we want it. Come on out. Like I mean, the more competition, the better. Like I don't go to a show. Matter of fact, I didn't go to a show this past weekend because I knew for a fact I was not gonna have no competition. So I stayed at home. Like there was no, I knew there wasn't gonna be any other dogs there with my English bulldog, so I stayed at home. Like even though I had
Right.
him, I was like, I'm not. I want the competition. I didn't come. I didn't come to the show just to win a ribbon because I'm a participation type dude. That ain't me. I'm coming for the best. I'm competitive. I'm humble, but I'm competitive. And you're gonna have to outwork me and prove to me that you can beat me and my dog. At the end of the day,
That's that's how I feel about my little fifth generation female right now, man. I like how she's developing. She's only about 12 weeks old, going on 13 weeks old. But
yeah,
with that Razor Edge and Bossy Jumanji as an outcross, bro, to my what I was already developing for the past couple of years with the Razor Edge, Guiding Line, and Watchdog,
yeah,
man, I feel like it's gonna be she's gonna be a very nice foundation female. She reminds me a lot of my male's mother. As far as the traits that she's bringing to the table, she's very intelligent, um, athletic. She definitely gonna be athletic. Um, very good sound dog, man. I like the structure to her already. As far as the confirmation that Razor Edge did for me, it clicked that muzzle up a little bit better for me.
hmm
She got some. My dogs already had straight feet, but seeing her the way her feet is, she got some very clean feet. She got a very nice rear. I know that rear is going to thicken up as she gets older. I'm gonna go grab her for you in a minute so you guys can get a little good glimpse at her real quick. I'm gonna
I
go grab
got
her
you. I
real quick.
got you. Yeah,
Give
yeah,
me a
yeah.
second. That's what that fifth generation look like, man.
Okay, I got you.
You can see that signature Razor Edge snout. See that brindle I was telling you about.
Oh yeah, and I mean that's a color you don't that's not prominent anymore. Like you don't see
You
that
know?
that. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm bringing back that old school, man. I ain't into the. Don't get me wrong. She got some tri behind her. You feel me? She can
yeah,
produce tri. She's a tri carrier, but I'm not looking forward to getting that out of her. You feel me? What I'm really looking forward is trying to produce something like her grandmother. Well, her great grandmother, I should say.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Her great grandmother had a beautiful conformation, man, and I feel like that's what I'm chasing with my line. Don't get me wrong, I produce a lot of good bone dogs, a lot of good conformation dogs. It's just for what I'm seeing in her is this that new level up right here, man. This that
Yeah.
level up. Yeah,
Hey,
I
that's
want to
it.
see how she comes along within the next 2 years before I even decide putting anything on her. Um, Other than that, just bonding with her, just enjoying this journey with her.
Oh yeah, and that's the big thing, man. Like at the end of the day, my preference ain't gonna be your preference. Your preference ain't gonna be my preference. Which now, hey, my boy, he is a brindle. He's a blue brindle. Um, so yeah, like, I mean, I love the old school. If I like I told you, if I can do the black mask with the fawn body, like a cur dog, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay all day. But yeah. So biggest thing is like stay
Her
true to your.
her her great uncle, he has that fawn with the black muzzle,
Yeah,
but he's a piebald. Yeah,
I got you.
yeah,
I got you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I said, I mean, you can get any variation, but stay true to that vision of
yeah. This is
wherever you at. Like,
mainly what I'm running over here, man, is in between her grandfathers are XL, but her father is a standard. So I
yeah,
took my XL's daughter to a standard male, and I feel like I was trying to, even out the confirmation. You feel me? As far as throwing nice, solid looking dogs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, I feel like with the Standard XL breedings, I feel like there's some good looking dogs that come off of those breedings. You just have to learn how to move forward with it.
yeah,
You feel me? As far as getting consistency out of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
And
that's
once you figure that out, that's the key to it all. Is
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
not
Yes,
not
sir.
stepping on your own toes and not stumbling on your own feet. Because I have me and my cousin was talking about this earlier. I feel like with the gene pool that's out there right now and the blood lines that are out there right now, we are breeding ourselves into a corner to where we will not have any outcross of a dog, and
Right.
not consistently. Like, I mean, we could always do like you did. You can go standard XL and get a different line of XL dogs on your standard dog. But now at that point, when you throw it in, now you gotta lock it back in. Like you said, go forward. You gotta go forward with that and not worry about what you're gonna pull up later on.
Right.
And I mean, so yeah, that's the big thing. I feel like diversity is a big thing. I used to be against, which I still kind of am, like how the a lot of the AKC people and breeders and other breeds, they look for a
Right.
lower inbreeding coefficient of inbreeding. They look for a lower COI because they want the diversity. But the difference is they already have an established breed. We're
Right.
established. We're established on paper, and but there's so many different variations. So
Right.
and I feel like we're pushing the bar too much and focusing on certain bloodlines that is gonna eat us up in a little while.
See
It
what
just,
I did with the way she came about. Her mom comes off a brother sister breeding.
yeah,
Now her parents came off a scatter breedings. I didn't do any line breeding or inbreeding yet. So
yeah,
her parents was the first inbreeding that I did with my line. I mean, her grandparents was the first inbreeding in my line. Now I produced her mom. I took her straight out, outcrossed her.
yeah.
That's how I produced this dog.
Oh
So I
yeah,
didn't want to. I didn't want to keep going in and keep going in. I made sure I went straight out so I could go back in.
yeah. And I mean, and that's what you that's why I tell, like, hey, look at other animals. Look at horses, how they breed horses. Look at how they breed um um cattle. Look at, I mean, because if y'all don't think that those bucking bulls, that them folks jumping on their back and getting $1 million sponsorships, if you don't think that they got an idea about what they trying to put together, you just crazy they want you to be. Like,
You right about that. You lost.
like
You lost.
like they ain't went and picked up no little scrag or nothing and threw it together. Like, that's 100%. Like, somebody been sitting at the table with the family and scientists and talking some junk for months and years about breeding. Like, yeah. So yeah, like
So
I said, I mean, go ahead.
explain to him about hybrid vigor.
Hybrid vigor.
Yes.
Okay. Hybrid vigor is freshening it up. You got to freshen the blood. I mean, because like locking in the line and keep using the line and using the line and using the line. A lot of stuff gonna pop up. You're gonna have bad health, bad conformation. Two conformationally beautiful dogs will produce a train wreck if it's super tight COI. Hybrid vigor jumps in to where if we speaking on the fact of breeding as far as like purebred, um, bringing that fresh in, basically freshening it up. Like it adds a little bit. I don't know if y'all. I'm old school. I mean, well, I ain't old school, but I'm from the country. and I don't know if y'all ever been to church and they got them incense in there. Well, them incense been in that church for 50 years, and every Saturday or Thursday, the women come in and they add some more juice to them incense.
Right.
And you swear them incense been smelling like that for long. But guess what? They had to freshen it up. They had to add a little
Yeah.
bit to it. So basically, when you got to go out to not breed yourself in the corner, because you'll breed yourself in the corner and create train wrecks. You'll create health problems. You'll create bad structure. You'll create all around just bad dogs.
Uns- Unstable dogs.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
and I mean, it's 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 out there. The knowledge is there. Biggest thing is I can say like be a good steward to whatever you're doing. If like your buddy Soul was on talking about you had that cigarette that square there like the mechanic talking about hey, come on here boy now when you bring it in now hey, so yeah hey
Oh man.
you
Oh
gotta be
yeah.
if you're gonna be a mechanic you gotta be a good steward to being a mechanic. Get your ASCs, get your certifications, get your yeah. I mean if you're a shade tree, you go to they got Haynes books out there. They got
I'm
Chills
working
books
on
out there.
I'm
Go
working
ahead.
on trying to become a veterinary technician. I got to get my A in animal science, and then I got to get my master's degree.
Oh yeah, and see, I thought about going back and being a vet tech. Cause I love the medicine side. I'm EMS. I work on the ambulance. Um, but I really enjoy working on animals because animals can't talk to you. So
Right.
it takes a lot more knowledge to look at something and be like, yeah, let me try to
Under,
hit you with this.
understand what's going on.
Yeah, 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 all day. So that's the big thing. Like you really it takes that extra. And then I mean I just love being around animals. Like people don't know I got more animals than just dogs. Like I've had more animals than just dogs. Like
Hey,
just by the end. Go ahead.
sh- shout out to Adam Stern, man. He gonna be letting me come down out there, man, and go get my apprenticeship through him to become a professional dog trainer too, y'all.
Hey, that's what's up. That's
Been
what's
in
up. Hey,
contact, been in contact with Adam Stern for the past 2 years. Something that I've been really wanting to take up as a career, and it's an avenue that I really want to take upon to myself. I've been into dogs for forever. I've been training dogs since I was 7 years old, but now I actually want to get to the actual, the advanced training. You know what I mean?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I could train. I
Oh
could
yeah.
train. I could train a dog very well. I could train a dog to do anything you wanted to do. Search, anything you wanted to do. I
Yeah.
could train it to do it.
Oh yeah. And see, that's actually what I was gonna do with my Malinois. I was gonna use her to either do cadaver dogs or search and rescue or something like that. Because being EMS and around this area, we use we have search and rescue dogs or search dogs, but it's mainly for like law enforcement and the prison system. They have their own dog team, but I mean, and they run beagles. Um, but I know Malinois got drive. Malinois got go. So it's
I didn't learn it out the hard way. I rescued two of them, and let me just say this, man. I don't think I knew what I was getting myself into.
oh no, you gotta be a man when you mess with a Malinois, and it ain't
Well,
about
I feel
go
like
ahead.
I wasn't able to give them the time they deserved. I had eight
Yeah,
dogs at the time, and it was two of them. Their brother and sister, I rescued them in front of my house. They was just walking in front of my house, so I just took them in. I knew what kind of dogs they were. I just didn't want to see them just wandering out there. They were young. They were probably about 6 months when I rescued them. When I
yeah,
rehomed them, they were probably about seven months, almost about 8 months. And I feel like it was just a lot of dogs, man. I was taking them out as much as I can, and it wasn't enough for them. So
oh
I
no,
felt like, and they was already starting to become escape artists. They dug a lot, and they was just very destructive and yappy. and I didn't want them to
yeah.
become a liability because I have small children. My sons, they'll be 4 in December, so I didn't want it to be an incident where these dogs got out and then nipped my sons or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They're a mouthy breed now. They like to put stuff in their mouth. Like it don't matter what it is, your fingers, your arm, your hands. Now mine is now she comes from her dad and her mama. Now they make you get away real quick, best you could. Like they were some show enough dogs. And when I got her, she was really mouthy, and they they like structure. If you're a chaotic if you're a chaotic person, they
They gonna
don't
be
like that. They don't.
they, they gonna be
Yeah,
chaotic too.
yeah, 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 yeah. They love structure. They love they
Yeah, I was
and
trying
it,
to
and it
I was trying to establish that with them, trying to establish that bond with them, give them some structure. Um, it was hard to separate them. If I separated them, they act out. If I had them
yeah,
together, they still act out.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
was either one or the other. It's either I'm still going to get the one that's going to act out, or because if I was to take one, the other one's going to go off because the other one is gone. You know what I mean?
oh
So
yeah.
them
That
out, if I took them out together, it was even worse. They fed off of each other.
yeah. Now they are bond style animals. Like they when they with you, they with you. Um, and it's just that. Like if like I have her and she's out there in the kennel, but I planned on actually just turning her loose and all. And
Does she have
she's
separation anxiety?
no, not really. She's okay. She's okay with being by herself. And doing her own thing. They like challenges. They like challenges. They don't care. They watching all the time. If you think they sleep, they ain't sleep. If you think you gonna sneak past, you ain't gonna sneak past because they knows
Yeah,
it.
they had separation anxiety, and then the boy, end up naming him Houdini because he found the smallest crack in between the fence, man.
Yeah,
He found a way to get through it, and it was at the top of the gate. It wasn't at the bottom of the gate. He
yeah.
climbed up there and got out. I'm like, through this hole, dude. Like I put him back in there. And I watched him do it. I'm like, oh nah. So I nailed it up and everything, man. He stopped getting out for a while, and then they went to trying to dig holes. And
Yeah.
now these one there's no little holes. These dogs are trying to dig tunnels.
Oh yeah. Like I said, they're nice dogs. I like them because they give me that different aspect. They
He
give me
said, "We
that. They
cooking,
give
we
me
cooking."
yes sir. They give me that different aspect. Like Bullet's gonna be cool. Like they're gonna give me my time, my drive, and then they're gonna shut down. Like Nala, she
They got that on and off switch.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, I mean, I hate to say it, a Malinois is gonna work to death. Like, like they
It's
they gonna go.
it's hard to calm them down because like they steady on go on go on go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I mean, like I said, beautiful dog. As much as I, when I got her, I was about like you. I was like, man, I ain't able to give her as much as I'm wanting to give her. I was gonna get her, take her back to the breeder, and I just knew that at that point she just wasn't gonna go back. Um, because she
It's
she wasn't
too
going.
much bond.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And once they lock in, it takes a very long time for them to. Now they can adapt, but that's one breed that you get, and it's a life breed. Like I mean, English bulldogs and bullies and what else I know that'll just kind of turn.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You could rehome them and they'd be fine.
yeah, they're fine. But some dogs you just really can't. And
Yeah, I'm learning that about the Dogo Argentinos too right now, man. I just got into the Dogos too.
yeah, yeah, and that's a breed that if you're gonna rehome, you got to do it kind of early, or you have to extrally socialize them. They still gonna have that go, and they still gonna be ready to make some shape, but they just so yeah, it's crazy.
Walk them down, Ram in the building, big stepping.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
Man, go ahead and let them know your YouTube platform, man, before we get up out of here, family.
Oh
Let them
yeah,
know where they
yeah,
can
yeah.
find
Cause
you.
I gotta
Let them know where
I
they can
gotta
find you
jump
on
off
all
here.
platforms.
Okay. I'm Beards_Bulls on Instagram. Jonte Brown on Facebook. Um, trying to think. YouTube channel is it's Beards and Bulls, but it's GOK in the front. It's GOK, and then Beards and Bulls. Um, yeah, I do show life on YouTube. Trying to get a lot of that video content out there. Getting people, just letting y'all know, like we show people we ain't gonna bite now. I mean, we might, but we ain't gonna bite at first. But yeah. So just letting y'all know, I got an interview up with Mr. Tim. I'm also finna put up a video where he actually at the beginning of one of the shows, the day of the show, it was a 3-day show. At one of the shows, he actually broke down, pulled the dog from out the crowd. I mean, my man been handling for a while. He's a handler, judge, host, breeder. So I mean, across the board, he's bred numerous breeds. He pulled a dog from out the crowd, the one that he liked, put it on the lead, and showed people, hey, look, man, I ain't never worked with this dog in a day in my life, but here y'all go some pointers. Step in the ring. Let me show you. Bring y'all dogs in the ring. Let me show you. So he done that. That's what shout out to ICBR and Mr. Tim Sinclair. He done that. Just I know I'm talking a lot about the show or what's not. I just want y'all to know that we ain't bad. We ain't against you. Um,
No, y'all. What he's trying to let y'all know is y'all need to lock in.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on out. Come on out. Find you one. If you can't, you can go on abkc.com, ICBRK9, and then you got brc.com. And I guarantee you there's a show from one end of the country to the other end. These guys are on the road every weekend. They setting up shows. ABKC, I know we got Miss Regina, we got Miss Christina, we got Mr. Rob. Um, they all throwing shows over here on my side. And they doing something over there. Got Julio, he was doing something, I think, in Oklahoma and Texas. I think he was doing something over that way. So yeah, it shows every weekend. And even if you don't have a bullet, AKC puts on clusters almost every weekend. You can jump out there and do all that. But and if you don't want to, lock in, show life, Beers and Bullets, Jonte Brown. I'm gonna bring you what I bring you. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna give you wrap ups on how I feel when I jump in the ring and all. I mean, because I'm telling you, I'm transparent. My knee was shaking like a bear. I'm talking about a brand new horse out the mama womb out there. Hey, me and the dog both looking at each other, talking about what we supposed to do. So,
Hell
I
yeah.
mean, I
Hey,
mean,
also y'all, I got his info to his Instagram in the description of this live. So go to the description. You get lock in with my good brother on his Instagram, and that should also help you get to his YouTube channel even quicker. So
oh yeah,
I'm gonna make
and
sure when
I'll
we get off of here too, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna hit you in the DM. I'm gonna get that link from you too, and I'm gonna spin back around. I'm gonna drop it in the comments for the people.
okay, cool. And also now, don't forget, Beers and Bullets raw dog food. We
Hold on,
doing what we can do.
let's get a close up. Let's get a close up on that, family. Go
Y'all
ahead, yes
see,
sir, yes sir. Let them know where they can
y'all
get that,
see.
family.
Oh yeah, order straight from me. Hit me up. Hit my inbox, Facebook, Instagram. I got all my information on all my platforms. You can hit me directly on my cell. If I don't answer, shoot me a text. Um, but yeah, I do that. I got dog food, origins, um, different supplements. If I ain't got it for you, I can point you in the right direction. Um, and if you just need some information, man, hit me up. I'm actually humble and giving because at the end of the day, I'm blessed. I'm blessed beyond measure, and I'm blessed to be as stressed as I am. I mean, I've been on the road all week, but I do understand that hey, we are the community, and if we can't help nobody, then I'm not that selfish. I want everybody to get it. Um,
Hey, we gonna get welcome down Ram a big step and a happy birthday, man. This is man's birthday, man. Libra gang in his name, man. You already know, big dog. Hey, my thing in like
hey,
20 days, man. I'm gonna cuff you, dig? I'm either a Libra or a Scorpio, you feel me? But you already know there's Libra gang around this thing, man. You already know we're popping, man. So you already know y'all spin around there, man. Make sure I want to see happy birthday up in this thing for my good brother walking down Ram, man. You already know it's October babies around this thing, man. We up in this thing. You feel me? You already know, man. I,
hey,
I, I gotta talk. I gotta talk, man. It's my birthday month, man. You feel me?
hey,
We up
that's
in
what's
this
up.
thing, man.
Hey,
Hey,
that's what's up, man.
I'm on the 22nd, man. I'm on the 22nd. You heard me? So if y'all wanna spin around, y'all feel me? You wanna get a fifth for your young brother? You feel me? All I drink is cognac.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yes,
we in this
sir.
thing, though, man. We in this thing.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, baby.
Hey, I appreciate you for giving me your time, brother. I already know you. We had you here for a good hour and some change, man. I know you got to spin around and go do that job, man. I know you was on some good timing, man. Timing is everything, man. And
Oh
I
yeah.
really appreciate you giving me your time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Most definitely. Like I said, man, I'm grateful for Fed setting this up. I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful for you giving me a opportunity on your platform. I thank you. I thank God for being able to do it and be here and move how I move, man. Because I'm telling you, bro, like folks don't know. If you don't believe, he'll make a way, man. He'll make a way. Because I come from not being able to have lights going to school to being paying two light bills. So so I'm grateful. I'm extremely grateful, extremely blessed. Thank you. Thank everybody out there that support me. Thank everybody that listened to us, that tuned in to you. Um, and man, I bless you and I bless your fam. I bless your platform and everything you got going on, man. I send nothing but blessings to it for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the good brother Wyatt Wade up in the building. Shout out to the good brother Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels. I appreciate you for joining the platform, family. You know, we up in this thing, man. Walk them down round, man. Happy birthday to you once again, family. You already know, leave a game, we in this thing, man. Tell them stop playing, man. We're the best thing on the earth, man. Hold on. Let me spin back through here, man. Let me see if I'm missing anybody. Devin or Bullies up in the house. Good brother from New York up in here, man. Hold on. Let's
Salute,
spin around,
salute.
man. Let's spin around. Let's get everybody up in here, man. Let's get everybody. Hold on. Asiatic Soldier. Big Bro TV.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Tony M. Soldier Squad. Killer Killers. Bullies. You feel me? And we got the merch on. You feel me? Get over there and get that merch, man. Y'all better stop playing with yourselves, man. Y'all get involved, man. Support.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Hey,
everybody
hey,
right there.
and Fetty think he gonna slide on the show. I'm gonna get him down.
Yeah,
He come.
yeah, we already got that lined up, family. Me and the good brother Fetty, we've been talking, man. I got his personal number. Um, y'all definitely gonna see part three coming soon.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah,
Let me just say it like that. You feel me? We
oh
got we
yeah.
got something coming for y'all, man. Something in the works. You feel me? Y'all already know what's popping, man. This is a new viewer up in here. Make sure you hit the replay, man. We about to actually cut this live short right now. The good brother has a job he got to go do, but make sure you rewatch this live. Make sure you hit the description. You can actually get in contact with the brother on his Instagram. He has a YouTube channel as well. You can find that out through him. But make sure you show your support, family. I appreciate you coming through. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to stay updated on all our new videos. Make sure you hit the like button as well. Share it out to your friend. Make sure you tell another friend to share it to another friend.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
But yeah, that's where we at with it, fam. We're gonna get up out of here, y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. You already know it's your boy, Samaje from RKBB Ultimate Catch Dogs, man. Until next time, we outro.
Yes, sir.